The Hive, one of the most popular Minecraft bedrock servers in the world. In this video, we will be going over the story of how it went from only just getting 3,000 concurrent players to regularly hitting over 50,000. This is the story of hivemc. The Hive was first launched on the 16th of October 2018. There are 3 owners of the Hive, but the most known is Clankstar, as shown by him frequently joining content creators' streams and giving them funny items such as barrier blocks and netherite gear. This awareness for the community may be a key factor to the Hive's future successes. On launch day, the server initially had 3 game modes: Death Run, Treasure Wars and Hide and Seek. Treasure Wars being the biggest hit, bringing many of the first players and content creators to the server. One of these players was a content creator by the name of Dices. Dices being a very fundamental part in the early days of the Hive. He made many Treasure Wars videos which resulted in the overall game mode blowing up, helping the Hive in the process. It was also around this time that the Hive introduced Hive Plus, their first and only buyable rank. This was a great way to monetize the server, to make money to reinvest back into the mini-games, to make the overall gameplay better. As the Hive continued to grow, it was peaking at around 13,000 concurrent players and 5 million all-time players in early February of 2019. A few months later, on the 17th of March 2019, Murder Mystery was added. Murder Mystery being one of the most popular casual game modes and was an overall success for the Hive, attracting a lot of the more casual players. But the Hive was still missing something. There was only one PvP based minigame in Treasure Wars. The Hive knew if they wanted to appeal to more players, they must add another PvP minigame. So on the 16th of June 2019, a second PvP game mode was added, Survival Games, also known as SG. Unfortunately, SG was neglected by the Hive developers for a long time, with limited updates and some game-breaking glitches that failed to be fixed in the early days of its release. Over time, it became boring and dull. Due to all these negative factors, Survival Games was one of the most unpopular game modes at this point in time. While SG was struggling, Treasure Wars was thriving, likely having from 2,000 to 3,000 players on at peak times. With this success came the rise of another content creator by the name of Quimson. He started blowing up in early November of 2019, namely by a video called Hive Treasure Wars Combos 4, which currently has 55,000 views. This pushed the more competitive side of the Hive. This really introduced comboing and sumo in general for the Hive. Just after this, leaderboards were introduced on December 16th, 2019. This was a new way to play the game, and was very good for the match level players, as it gave them something else to do. Also, the people at the top got some recognition for playing the game a lot. This resulted in people playing more as they wanted to beat their friends at monthly or all-time leaderboards. On March 16th, 2020, Hive announced that they hit 22,000 online players, which is outstanding compared to only a year before they were just peaking at 13,000. This insane growth could be because of just a week before they had released a brand new minigame, Just Build, which was an instant hit as there isn't really any other minigames like it, and people who enjoyed building came over to the Hive, as well as people from other servers left their server to come play the Hive's smoother and all-round better building game. This rapid growth carried into May when Skywars was released. Skywars to this day is Hive's most popular minigame, only sometimes matched by Treasure Wars. Then for the rest of 2020, the Hive didn't really add any new minigames within a few LTM modes, such as Snow Wars and Ghost Invasion. They weren't really that relevant, but they kept the Hive fresh and exciting, which overall just helped the Hive keep more players joining. In early November of 2020, custom servers were released. This was a great way for players to play with their friends without actually having to go into an online match. This also really helped the sumo community, as they no longer like to get a full party and queue Treasure Wars solos, as well as making great content for YouTubers and streamers. Shortly after this, on the 19th of November 2020, PlayStation allowed featured servers on their version of Minecraft. This gave the Hive an enormous boost, and they saw their player base soar to 50,000 plus players on at peak times, which was unheard of any other Minecraft Bedrock server. Moving on to the end of 2020, the Hive made a New Year event. This really shows how much effort the Hive developers put in. This really goes to show why the Hive is one of the biggest servers on Minecraft. So, that is the story of the Hive. One of the most frequently asked questions is, will it ever overtake the most dominant Minecraft server ever in Hypixel? Well, that's for you to decide, but one thing's for sure, if the Hive carries on like this is going to be like nothing we've ever seen before.